Spectrier is a Pokemon from Generation 8 that had a bit of a showcasing with the Dynamax format. However, without Dynamax and in Generation 9, Fluttermane has taken the spot as the top ghost with the fairy typing and a bit better speed. However, this set utilizes a Nasty Plot Draining Kiss set that is able to sweep unprepared teams with its bit bulkier stats, and with screen support, let's see how well the Spectrier set can perform. This team features a Resto, Chesto Berry, Galarian Moltres alongside a Nasty Plot Draining Kiss Spectrier. The idea of the team is to set up screens with Grimmsnarl and then set up the Spectrier with a Nasty Plot that can dish out huge amounts of damage and heal up with the Draining Kiss and the Terra Fairy boost. Afterward, the support for the team involves a Resto Chesto Berry set Galarian Moltres that can set up Tailwind to help out the Spectrier, as well as a Rest so it can actually heal off with recovery and get multiple Berserk boosts, as well as keep itself alive for later parts of the game. Golden Go with the choice specs that can dish out huge amounts of damage and pressure Fluttermane, which is important to the team. A Pivot Arcanine with the Assault Vest that's able to do a lot of work, again helping support the Spectrier as well. And then the Gastrodon with the Rocky Helmet to help out against the Water Urshifus. If you'd like to check out the details of the team and the creator, they will be linked in the description. Galarian Moltres, Cresselia, Goodra, Grimmsnarl, Ting-Lu, and Gyarados. Ting-Lu is interesting. You don't really see it too much, but alright. I have quite a few good Pokemon here. I really like the Grimmsnarl. My own Galarian Moltres can put in work. I like the Spectrier a lot. Arcanine's really good, so I think it's those four. Golden Go can put in work with Trick, but I don't think I need it. The Gastrodon. Yawn Pressure is nice, but it's not like necessary. We're going to find out how this matchup's going to go because I'm pretty curious. I think I can't... It's weird bringing Spectrier into 3 dark types, I guess, but we do have Spirit Break, and they can't really break through my Grimmsnarl that effectively. I also kind of need Spectrier because it does allow me to beat the Goodra if it is the Iron Defense or Shelter or Acid Armor set with Heavy Slam and Body Press, because I do need it to actually set up. Golden Go could technically do that too, and Golden Go might put on more offensive pressure immediately, but I do think that like I can still sweep the dark types if I set up correctly with Spectrier as well. So I think either way that would be all right. Let's see who they're gonna lead. I'm just gonna try to set up a game plan with Spectrier. If they let me set up early, it's great. If not, like no big deal. I'll just weaken the rest of their team for later on. We're gonna see the Grimmsnarl and the Galarian Moltres. Okay. Versus my own Spectrier and my Grimmsnarl, which this is pretty much an okay lead. I think I can just get a Spirit Break off into the Galarian Moltres, and I think I could just Nasty Plot. I don't know if they're going to reflect, Light Screen, or attack here. I don't think they're going to attack. I think they would set up if they have it, so I'm just going to go for a Nasty Plot. We're going to see a Light Screen, which is fine. I get a huge amount of damage with the Spirit Break afterward. So Nasty Plot with the Spectrier. I can also Terra Fairy, I guess, because I don't need to absolutely Terra. Yeah, they went for Nasty Plot, which is great. Okay, nice. I'm gonna get this to minus or to +1 or maybe +2 after a Berserk potentially. Get a good amount of damage. Okay, is Berserk +2 again. It is going to be revealing that berry. Okay. The Galarian Moltres can heal most likely other than that berry. We still have quite a few things that can handle it effectively. I'm going to go for a... I want a Nasty Plot again, and I do want a Nasty Plot here with my Mon, and I think I want to just Light Screen up this time around. So I'm going to go for a Terra Fairy Nasty Plot and a Light Screen, because we'll be able to absorb the Galarian Moltres attacks completely acceptably. We're going to see the Grimmsnarl, I don't know, reflect this time around because the Galarian Moltres is taking a lot of damage. If they Terra with the Galarian Moltres, so be it. They're going to be vulnerable to Shadow Ball in the future, which is okay. And I don't mind taking too much damage on Spectrier because I can Draining Kiss heal back, so Light Screen will come out. They do reflect, perfect. And Air Slash. Nasty Plot here. Fire Wrap, perfect. So that's not doing any damage to my Mons. Yep, excellent. So I can go for a Spirit Break into Grim and protect my Galarian, my Spectrier. Because I don't think Spirit Break is going to be able to knock out the Grim. If I'm not mistaken. They went for Parting Shot too, which works. Okay. It's just nasty plot from them. Oh, they went for Air Slash and Spectrier. Excellent. Okay. I went for Spirit Break so I can put them in range of Draining Kiss afterward and I could get healing. Yeah, that should be Draining Kiss range. I can double up that slot if I want to. I'm going to Spirit Break. I could also Spirit Break the Galarian Moltres, and if they Nasty Plot again, like, I could just get my third Nasty Plot up, which isn't awful. Or do I just want to... maybe. It might be worth it. You know what? Yeah, it's worth it. I'm just going to Nasty Plot again. They go for a Parting Shot, so now I'm at +3. Gonna be +5 after this Nasty Plot turn. And again, I have the Parafairy Draining Kiss to heal back HP if it's like Ting Lu, for instance, so I don't really feel too bad about this position. I can Protect, Reflect, and then threaten the Draining Kiss. They go into Cresselia, which is actually really ideal because the Cresselia does not do anything for them, so that's really good. Nasty Plot again. You go for an Air Slash. It actually does do some pretty impressive damage, but we do have a Citrus Berry, so we are going to be able to heal back. Okay. And here's a Spirit Break into the Galarian Moltres. Okay, excellent. I wonder if they have Ally Switch on the Crest and might try to Ally Switch this time. I could see it. I'm just going to Spirit Break the Galarian Moltres, and I'm just going to Draining Kiss the Cresselia, because I think Cresselia is all... Ally Switch could be a thing. They could Protect here, which makes sense to me too. So I get a Draining Kiss off in the Crest. I get some free HP back from the Cresselia, which I don't know if this is going to do a crazy amount of damage, but oh, that's actually really good damage. That's really good damage. Two-shotting? I'll take it. Nice. So I get back to full HP. They could Icy Wind or Trick Room. Either one's fine. It looks like they Trick Roomed. Yeah, they Trick Room. That's fine. Because I'm willing to keep targeting down the Galarian Moltres now. Okay, leftovers, healing. That's all right. I'm going to Spirit Break the Galarian Moltres. And actually, do I want to Spirit Break the Galarian Moltres? I feel like they're going to Lunar Blessing anyway. But they could Ally Switch too. I mean, I'm going to Spirit Break the Crest. And I want to Draining Kiss the Moltres. I don't think it's a bad play. They don't Terra. Perfect. So I get Spirit Break off. I just don't want to like... Spirit Break the Moltres because because they learn a blessing. I want the most recovery I can get from the Galarian Moltres, so I think it's worth going for this. Go for Air Slash. Okay. Nice, no flinch. That's really good. Perfect. So I get the Draining Kiss off into Galarian Moltres, able to get all that recovery from that Galarian Moltres, which is beautiful. Oh my goodness, that's great. Okay. So Galarian Moltres is eliminated. The Crest is at -1 special attack, not doing much. Get a Grim Nebu. So +6 Spectrier going in crazy right now. All right, what's your next Pokemon? Ting Lu? Gyarados? Has to be a physical attacker. Grim coming back in. All right. Just going to go for my Reflect, and I'm just going to go for my Draining Kiss into the Grim because it doesn't matter. They Parting Shot. It really does not matter to me. Spirit Break crit's not knocking me out. Just don't review. Well, they have to crit me anyway because I'm going to Reflect up. Seems really difficult for them to break through the Spectrier right now. The Spectrier is hard walling. Battle gonna be forfeited. They realize they cannot take down the monster that is my Spectrier and just forfeit. That Draining Kiss, Spectrier, it's hard. The Terra boosting the power of Draining Kiss 2, healing back all that HP, 75% of the healing. Absolutely insane right there. Hey, once it got the boost, we were just rolling in. Fluttermane, Indeedee, Sneasler with Charizard, Armorurge, and Ursaluna. Okay, I'm having a feeling that this is probably going to be a sunny day on the team. Most likely the sunny day booster energy with speed booster for the Fluttermane like we saw previously on a team that we used on the channel. They have quite a few threats. The size spam, the flutter main combination with Indy, the Sneasler is going to be pretty terrifying, and the Ursaluna under Trick Room can also be a very scary option. Let's see, how do I want to perform against this? I do want to bring out my Grimmsnarl. My Grimmsnarl's amazing. I do like the Arcanine straight up as a lead. I think in the back, Gastrodon I don't think does too well here. Goldengo could be nice as a Dire Claw switch in, and also it's pretty nice to maybe switch into Facada against Ursaluna and Expanding Force, but I don't think it's necessary. I think Moltres is really good alongside the Spectrier, and I think this is pretty much what I want to go. I think the only really big threat that I do have to consider is going to be the Ursaluna. That Pokemon is an absolute monstrous threat, so I don't know if I'm going to be tearing the Spectrier, but Spectrier does do pretty well offensively against my opponent's team. So does Arcanine. Rock Slide is really hard for my opponent to actually maneuver against. If they lead hard Ursaluna plus Indeedee, I guess that's where it's going to get a little bit tricky, especially if it's a setup Ursaluna, but we do have maneuvers otherwise with the Arcanine Intimidate. We're going to see the Charizard and the Armarouge, which is a really interesting combination here, which is a-okay for me. I can cleanly click Rock Slide here. I could Flare Blitz if I wanted to read for maybe like an Ursaluna switch, but I don't think it's really worth it. I'm just going to go for a Light Screen immediately. There's no reason not to get a Light Screen up, and let's just get a Rock Slide off and get some pretty good chip damage into both. I think this is pretty reasonable, and then I could switch into Moltres on a ground move if the Ursaluna does come in. If they want to sack Pokemon here immediately to Rock Slide like the Charizard, so be it. I would gladly take that Mon off your hands. And so yeah, the Armarouge can't really do too much immediately. Is this some kind of weird weakness policy setup here that I'm not thinking of? I don't think Charizard has a pivot move, if I'm not mistaken, that affects the Armarouge that could activate a policy in some way. We're going to see a Terra come out. Is this Terra Ground Terra Blast from Charizard? With a Light Screen, I think I'm okay, but we'll see. It is going to be a Terra. It is Terra Ground. Okay. So let's see. I want to say this would be special here, but with Light Screen and Assault Vest and the Charizard doesn't have solar power, I just don't think they're going to be able to do enough damage with the Charizard. We will see. Trick. Okay. That's Choice Scarf too. So it's Choice Scarf Armarouge. All right. All right. What the heck am I dealing with? Terra Blast does come out, but I do have a Light Screen, so if it's physical, I mean, we did get the Intimidate off, but I feel like we should take this. Okay. That's Life Orb. Okay, good to know. We do get the Rock Slide set up into the Armarouge. A huge amount of damage into the Armarouge. Are you weak armor too? It is weak armor. All right. What the heck am I dealing with, man? All right, I'm gonna go for a Spirit Break then into the Charizard, because I would like some prior damage. And I guess I mean, I still could do something with Arcanine, but I guess if they're not Trick Room, or unless it's back specifically into the Trick Room here, I think I should be okay. Dire Claw, I'm not too worried about. I think I just want to Extreme Speed the Armarouge. Even if they go out into Indeedee, like the Charizard would pick up the knockout into my Arcanine most likely here, so I don't think it's worth it. I think Indeedee does make a lot of sense here, or if they want to go Flutter Mane, if they have Flutter Mane, that's also a really smart switch. We're gonna see the Charizard retreat. Is this the Indeedee? That is Indeedee. All right, so they go Indeedee on the other side, which is okay too. Like, I really don't mind this. The Armarouge doesn't really do too much in this position. We are going to also be able to get a Spirit Break off into the Indeedee. Don't tell me this is Trick Room Armarouge. Okay, I was like about to say, like, don't tell me you're Trick Room Armarouge here with Choice Scarf. We will see the Heat Wave knock out my Arcanine, which is a-okay. We are able to get a Spirit Break off into the Indeedee. And now we have a pretty nice position because they already used their Terra. And it's Rocky Helmet Indeedee, so we didn't see Psychic Seed. I can just go out into my Galarian Moltres. And Galarian Moltres is going to be able to do a lot of work here. I can just go for a Spirit Break and a Fire Wrath and just knock out this Indeedee confirmed, I'm pretty sure. So let's just go for that combination. I don't really see a reason not to go for it. Charizard will get hit by it. Ursaluna will take a lot. I can't let Ursaluna under Trick Room. If Ursaluna gets under Trick Room, I do lose the game. So have to make sure that doesn't happen. If they go for Protect, it's okay. Like, they're sacking the Armarouge, most likely bring in a free slot, but this is one of the craziest teams I've ever faced. Destiny Bond. Oh no. This is really going to come down to who the last Pokemon is. And if it's Ursaluna, I am not liking my odds here. Spirit Break into the Protect. Going out into my Spectre Air. What the heck, man? What the heck is this? What am I dealing with right now? We know that a Charizard's the Life Orb, so it can't... It's not Scar, so I don't have to worry about like a Scar Fire type move. Is that... I feel like it might be Heat... Wait, did we see Expanding Force? No, it went... Armor went for Heat Wave, right? Is that Heat Wave Destiny Bond Sunny Day Trick? Armor? Ursaluna does come out. The Demon. Oh, no. Oh, no. We're going out in Spectre Air. Kind of have to hope for some decent luck here. I am going to go for a Spirit Break into Entity, and I think I do have to just try to get rid of the Entity before... I think it's probably... This might be a game over here. I think I have to get like pretty extremely lucky. I am going to go for Spirit Break plus a Draining Kiss into Entity. Hope that picks up a knockout, but... I was hoping to have Galarian Moltres plus Spectre Air to help out, so I could actually like have things that can chip away to Ursaluna consistently and deny Trick Room, but I have to deny Trick Room if I possibly can, and I don't even know the Draining Kiss with the Terra Boost will be enough to knock out the Entity combined with Spirit Break. My answer is probably no, but I gotta go for it. So we'll bring out the Terra Fairy Spectre Air. This team's crazy, man. Draining Kiss comes out. They don't go for Protect with Ursaluna, so Draining Kiss, yeah, it's not enough here. So unless I crit the Entity... Oh, Draining Kiss is a contact move. I mean, that makes sense. But seeing the Rocky Helmet damage on a special attack, not something you would expect. But Spirit Break does fail here into the Entity, and we're taking a lot of Rocky Helmet chip. They go for a Swords Dance. Okay, yeah, this matchup was really bad. This was a really bad position. A Tricker is going to come out from the Entity, and yeah, I can't beat the Ursaluna under Tricker. They got me. The Destiny Bond Arrouge, I was like, okay, if there's anything that I'm fine with, like, I was not expecting the Destiny Bond trick at all. I was not expecting, like, the only thing that I thought, like, okay, maybe it made sense was a Terra Ground somewhere to cover for Heatran, but man, cool team. Cool chicks. They got me. They got me. That's all I can say. They actually got me. Was not expecting that combination. They had to have all the tricks too. I feel like if I had a mental note, like if I was able to cover, like it'd probably be Tailwind to Galarian Moltres, but I don't think I was really going to be able to cover like every single move they made. Sure, I could scout it for a Terra Ground, but I don't think it's worth it on the Charizard when I could just get a Rock Slide up. I don't think it's worth covering for a Destiny Bond if I have no idea what's going to be coming out, because my main priority is getting rid of the Trick Room user, but they capitalized that with their team and had some tricks for it. Azumarill, Dragapult, Amoonguss, Farigiraf, the Heatran, and Iron Hands. Huh. Definitely some unique stuff right here. With the Farigiraf, Dragapult, Iron Hands I'm used to with Heatran, but Azumarill, Amoonguss to complement the core. I guess you want a fairy type that isn't Flutter Mane. How do I want to approach this? I like the idea of... I really like my Spectre Air. Spectre Air is really good. I like the Hisuian Arcanine a lot. Galarian Moltres is interesting. I don't know if I want to bring it or if I want to bring Gastrodon, because Gastrodon is really decent here because it actually pressures quite a bit, but also like Galarian Moltres can do really well against the Dragapult stuff. So it's kind of tricky to say. I do like Grimmsnarl. I like Spectre Air a lot. In the back, I want Arcanine. I just don't know if it's a Moon. I don't know if it's the Galarian Moltres or if it's the Gastrodon remaining. Because I could see benefits for either or, but the Heatran's probably Terra Grass, which can definitely Terra Grass in this matchup. But Galarian Moltres is sounding a bit more tempting right now. Iron Hands could be a little bit scary though to switch in. I don't have the best Iron Hands switch-ins. It might be the Gastrodon. I think I had to bring it for safety. I think Galarian Moltres might be better, but I think I want to make sure that the Iron Hands is like decently checked in a fashion, so we'll see what they decide to go here. Luckily, the Dragapult's really not a threat to Grimmsnarl stuff unless it's Terra Steel, and they really don't run Terra Steel anymore. They run the offensive Terra Ghost set, so I'm pretty happy about... Okay, Heatran, Azumarill. All right. Really good offensive lead for them. I'm trying to figure out what the best play is here. I think it's probably just parting shot the Heatran and hard switch. Actually, no. Azumarill is the one that does the massive, and I mean massive amount of damage. I like the idea of parting shot out the Azumarill and going for a nasty plot with the Spectrier. I don't need to set up screens immediately. I can go into Arcanine on a Heat Wave plus a Play Rough. I think that's what comes out here. I don't know which slot they would go for in this case. I could also maybe bait the Aqua Jet the next turn and go Gastrodon, which is also like why I'm thinking of going into Arcanine now. So let's see. We get Intimidate off against the Azumarill. So the Azumarill at -2. It's not really going to be able to do too much. Yeah, nasty plot up with Spectrier. We should be able to tank the attacks okay. They might also set up Substitute, which would be really ideal, but they do just go for the Heat Wave here, which is okay. That did so much damage. That's Life Orb Heatran. Okay, we have Citrus Berry. Life Orb Heatran. It did Play Rough. What was my Grim? Perfect. Okay. So it would have been better if I parting shotted out the Heatran, but this is still okay of a position. I'm going back into Grim, and I'm just going to go for a... Do I want to Protect? How much momentum does that lose me? I don't think it's bad to just go for a... Nah, I do like the Protect play, actually. I don't know if they switch out the Azumarill here, if they're going to go for a Water move. I think either one works out for me. But I do like the idea of the Grimmsnarl and then getting a Light Screen up. Because I don't think they're Play Roughing the slot again. They did retreat to Azumarill. Okay. If this is Dragapult, I'm actually kind of mad at myself I didn't go. Okay, Iron Hands is pretty acceptable. I'll take it. We go for the Protect with the Spectrier. Okay. Flash Cannon into the Spectrier. So that actually works. My Grimmsnarl didn't take any damage. So now I can go for a Light Screen. Actually, no. I'd want to Parting Shot again. I'm going to Parting Shot the Heatran and I'm going to Draining Kiss. The reason is they have two plays. The Iron Hands says Fake Out and goes for a Fake Out into my Spectrier. Or not Fake Out. Or not my Spectrier. Into my Grimmsnarl to deny it. The Screen Up, which means I get the healing from the Iron Hands anyway, so that's fine. And if they go for a double with Spectrier, I'm hoping that with the Intimidate and the Parting Shot, I'll be able to live the double up. But that's decently unlikely, but definitely okay here. We're going to see the Iron Hands actually retreat, which is perfectly fine. Azumarill coming in. All right, perfect. I get the same rotation, which is really good here. So I get a Parting Shot off into the Heatran. And I get a Draining Kiss off into Azumarill, and that's +2 Draining Kiss. And I can still keep going for Draining Kiss into that slot. So we'll go into Arcanine for another round of Intimidate. It's also a great switch into the Heat Waves. Okay. Also, the Heatran's taking Life Orb chip every single time. So, wow, that is Assault Vest to Azumarill. That took... Wait, if that's the Assault Vest mod, what's the Iron Hand set? Okay. They went for Flash Cannon into what was the Grim, which is perfectly fine. All right. That's pretty dang good for me, I'd say. Overall, in the long term, yeah, I definitely am okay with that. I think I'm gonna go out into Gastrodon here. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. Am I okay with letting the Arcanine go down? I might be, just to get a Rock Slide and a Shadow Ball, potentially knock out the Azumarill, which would be really ideal, and put the Heatran in range of Shadow Ball. Kind of like that idea. I'm going for it. Shadow Ball gonna come out. All right, beautiful. No Aqua Jet, because I think this is a double up into Spectre. Yeah, I did a lot of damage. I hit the Rock Slides too, which is fantastic. So I get rid of Azumarill. Heatran is now in Shadow Ball range 100%, which is beautiful. And now Heat Wave gonna come out again. Arcanine dodge. The Spectre didn't. The Spectre would have been better, but yeah, we take the attacks extremely well. Beautiful. Okay. So Dragapult gonna come in. I'm kind of curious on what move you're gonna try to lock into though. I'm gonna go Grim anyway, because I should live a Life Orb Flash Cannon. I'm gonna protect my Spectrier. I don't see a big flaw in this plan. They could Phantom Force, which is fine. Well, I don't think you Phantom Force. You might just go for Dragon Darts, but I do have the Terra Fairy, which is perfect in this case. We're gonna see a Terra. Okay, so they're going for the Terra Ghost Terra Blast. That makes sense too. Yep, the Terra Ghost. All right. I don't know if Spectrier lives this. I have no clue. If I reflect. Or I do have if I Terra. We'll find out. They Terra blasted my other slot. That was super risky, but okay. Did they double up that slot with Flash Cannon? Did they read my protects and swap? That did so much damage. Yeah, they did. Good play on their part. Fortunately, I lose my Grimmsnarl. It's not the worst, I guess. As I go out in a Gastrodon. Okay, who do I... Well, they have Iron Hands in the back. This should be fine. Hold on. How offensive is my Arcanine? My Arcanine is very offensive. I think Flare Blitz can knock out the Dragapult because it no longer resists, but that's super close. I think I am going to go Arcanine, though. Let's go Arcanine. Let's Flare Blitz the Dragapult. And I don't see a reason why I don't Terra Fairy on my Spectrier. I really need the Terra Fairy to come in clutch. I do have... Oh, I don't have Reflect Up, actually. I still have to Flare Blitz the Dragapult, unfortunately. I'm going to go Gastrodon. Oh, man. This is not looking too hot. I am going to go Gastrodon. I will take a lot of damage, but should be okay. They are going to go for the Terra Blast into my Gastrodon. Maybe I played a bit too predictably before. And maybe we'll take the Terra Blast. Flare Blitz is going to come out. This is a pretty powerful attack. It doesn't KO the Dragapult, though. No Burn Eater. If you got a Burn, there was actually like a decent shot. Earth Power going to come out. I mean, the Heatran's -1. Wait, the Heatran is -1. Okay, hold on. There might be something. I'm going to go Spectrier. They got to predict on who they're targeting here. I think they're going to target the Gastrodon slot because I really don't think they want to get potential recover off. If that's the case, I can Draining Kiss the Dragapult. I think I just got to commit a target, right? If I read the target right, I win. If they Terra Blast into Gastrodon, I'm in a game-winning position. If they Terra Blast my Spectrier, I gotta protect Earth Power. I think I'm willing to go for it to protect on Gastrodon and Draining Kiss. I don't think I revealed protect on Gastrodon either. Okay. Wait, that's really, really good. Hold up. That's really, really good. Okay. I get a Draining Kiss off, which is going to do enough amount of HP. I am able to get the I get the healing from the Draining Kiss. The Heatran's still -1. Okay, hold up. This is Flash Cannon and Spectrier, I imagine. Get the Grim Neigh boost. Flash Cannon once again. I do live. Yep. Okay. All right, it's Iron Hands. I don't know if they have Protect, though. Well, I feel like they should have Protect. I don't know where the targets are going. I really want to go for the Terra Fairy Draining Kiss and see how much I could get from the Iron Hands and see if it heals up enough. That would do a lot of damage if so. I could also Shadow Ball the Heatran. This is kind of just a weird endgame position. I want to Draining Kiss the hand so badly in Earth Power. But I could Shadow Ball and Yawn, which I think would also secure the game. But it depends on if the Heatran protects. I don't know if the Heatran's protecting or not. I think it's a read on the Heatran. I think I'm willing to play risky. Let's find out. I really want to say the Heatran might protect here and the Iron Hands might just go for like a Wall Charge or Drain Punch into Gastrodon. Or Wall Charge the Spectrier or Drain Punch the Gastrodon, but I have no clue which one it's going to be. Let's see. Okay, Heatran protected. That's so good for me. Hold up. This might... Oh, come on. Okay. Wait, no, that's fine. Yeah, no, that's fine. No protecting actually makes you lose. I think makes you lose the game guaranteed. I want to say it does. So I Earth Power into the Iron Hands. I went for the Draining Kiss. I expected Heatran to protect. The Iron Hands did have protect. I wasn't sure about that. I think now I Shadow Ball the Heatran and I click Yawn into the Iron Hands and I think I secure the game this way. because unless the Heatran gets a double protect, I should be okay. They might try to double protect the Iron Hands, but I'm not too sure on that one. Okay, I think they tried to double up the Spectrier slot with Heat Wave plus a Wall Charge, right? Or Drain Punch, one of the two. The Grim Nebu, so I'm on +2. They did Drain Punch, yep, that makes sense. It should be Swords Dance Iron Hands, right? Does Drain Punch knock out Gastrodon? I don't think it's Lumberry on this. I'm worried if they Swords Dance, the Earth Power misses the 2-shot, and then they wake up immediately. Is that worth risking? I feel like it's worth risking. I really do. I want to Earth Power really badly. Actually, you know what? Nah, because the sleep turns work in my favor. We protect here. If their Swords Dance Lum, we're screwed. Or their Lum in general. They did Swords Dance. Oh my goodness. I had to read too. I had to read too. God dang it. I wasn't sure they were going to make the read. I wasn't sure they were crazy enough. Okay. All right. We just got to pray for 2 turns then on the Iron Hands. It's not like that guaranteed we lost the game too, but I could have just sealed it here. Earth Power. That Earth Power did a lot less than I was expecting. That did a lot less than I was expecting. Maybe I should have just went for a Draining Kiss Earth Power double up in the hands anyway, the previous. Okay, wait, hold on. That one did a lot more. What are these numbers? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I tried. Oh, there were 2 good plays my opponent read me. The Grimmsnarl play, which might have been too passive on my side. I did get him with the Gastrodon and the Protect Gastrodon and the Draining Kiss. But I think maybe the Draining Kiss into Iron Hands was better. Like if I Draining Kiss Earth Power to Iron Hands. I don't know, because I just don't know if I healed enough and did enough damage with +1 Draining Kiss where I'd be able to survive the Flash Cannon for the -1 Heatran. I also forgot I did not have guaranteed Reflect up yet, so maybe I needed to sack to get Reflect in safely, but I still don't even know if Spectrier lives a Choice Banded Dragapult with Reflect up. All right, let's go over the games. In the first game, Nasty Plot Spectrier was able to set up against my opponent while they were playing passive, and then was able to recover all the damage with the Draining Kiss. In game 2, was not expecting the Scarf Armorage with Trick and Destiny Bond, but my opponent caught me with some tricks that was very hard to anticipate me. In game 3, there were several moves I could have made, like playing too obvious with my Spectrier, protecting when they doubled into my Grimmsnarl switch, and going for an aggressive Earth Power with Gastrodon onto Iron Hands on the Swords Dance would have given me some positions that allowed me to win the game. Even though we did finish with a negative record for Spectrier on this video, this Spectrier set was actually a lot of fun to try out just in general. I've been thinking about using this set for a while, and then I saw this team get top 8 in a tournament, and I thought, oh wow, it actually does seem like really similar to something I was building, so I did want to try it out, and it didn't disappoint. It actually was really fun. The Nasty Plot setup that Fluttermane can't go for is something that's really crucial, and then just being able to heal back the HP with Draining Kiss I thought was a really unique choice alongside Screens that makes Spectrier a decently bulky Pokemon. If you do want to try out this team, you could try it out with the rental code on your screen. You can check out the details of the team and the creator down below description, and of course subscribe to the channel for more VGC content as always.